Hello. All right, let's just make sure everything's working. Can you hear me okay? Hello, Julian. Can you hear me okay? Okay, good. All right. Good to know you can hear me. All right, so what we're going to do today, all we're going to be doing is just making sure that everybody has Pico 8 installed. And I know a lot of the people who signed up for this class already have this installed. So that's why today will be a much lighter day. It'll just be like a few people who just need help getting things installed. So basically, if you see this screen over here where it says Pico 8 and like when you first load it up and that's what you see, you're good. You're all set. But one thing to keep in mind is if you run it and it loads full screen, you're going to want to make it not full screen. So Julian, are you on a Mac or a PC? You can use the question and answer thing to send me a message back. You're on PC? Okay, good. So hit Alt Enter if Pico 8 loads and it's full screen and takes up the entire screen. If you hit Alt Enter, it will make it not full screen and take it back to a window. Were you able to get Pico 8 installed? Or is that something you'd like some help doing? You were able to get it installed. Okay, good. That's great. So when you load it up, do you see this screen? And it does a little doodly-doo. Okay, good. So hold down the Alt key and tap Enter, or the return key. It's the one you usually use to make a new line. If you hold down the Alt key and tap that, it should take it out of full screen. Did that work? Okay, good. Let me know. Let me know how that goes if it works. Okay, good. So if you have Pico 8 loaded and it looks like this, and it's just in a window on your screen, then you're set. You're ready for tomorrow's class. That's really the purpose of today's class, is just to get everybody up to this point where they can see this and they're ready to go. And we're going to start from this point here. So all the instructions will assume that this is where you start out, and you'll be ready to go for tomorrow. So you're all set. You can stick around if you'd like. Totally up to you. I'm going to help anybody else who shows up who needs help getting things installed. But otherwise, you're welcome to head off, and then we'll see you tomorrow when the class starts. How's that sound? Great. Okay. Hello, Lucas. Were you able to make it in? All right, so today we're just making sure that everybody can get up and running with Pico 8. So were you able to get Pico 8 downloaded and installed? You can use the question and answer thing to respond back. We're going to be using today just to make sure everybody can get Pico 8 up and running. So we're trying to make it so that everybody can, when they get it installed and they run it, it looks like that. And then if you can get it up to this point, then you're ready to go for tomorrow. So were you able to get it installed yet? You can use the Q&A feature to respond back. Okay, so when you load it up, do you see this screen here? Okay, good. Now, one thing is usually when you first start it up, it starts up and it takes up the full screen. So we want to make it so it doesn't take up the full screen, so that it has, you can have it in a window so that you can see that and the Zoom thing at the same time. So are you on a Mac or a PC? Okay, good. So if you hold down the Alt key and tap Enter, so like Alt Enter, then it will take it out of full screen. And if you do that again, it'll put it back in full screen. But go ahead and do that to get it out of full screen so it just takes up a window. And let me know if that works. Awesome. Okay, good. So you're all set. You're ready for tomorrow's class. Today's class, we just wanted to make sure everybody could get it up to this point where they have this running and that they're all ready to go. And so yeah, so you're all set now. Good job getting it up and running. And then we'll start tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to be covering a little bit of the concepts about coding, but we kind of assume that you've never done it before. So if you have done it before, that's great. You'll have a little bit of a head start and should be nice and simple. Okay, that's good. Well, then some of the concepts will be familiar. Some of them will be a little bit new then. Do you have any questions before tomorrow? Okay, good. Well, then you're all set. And then I guess we'll see you tomorrow, Lucas, okay? Hello, Adira. So today we're just covering making sure that everybody can get up and running and that they can get Pico 8 running so that they see this. So Lucas, you can stick around if you want to, but you're totally welcome to head off and come back tomorrow for tomorrow's class. But good job in getting it up and running. So Adira, did you get Pico 8 installed already? And if I'm not pronouncing that right, absolutely feel free to let me know. I want to make sure that I'm pronouncing people's names correctly. So if that's not how you pronounce it, please let me know. You can use the Q&A feature to respond back if you need to. Okay, good. So when you run it, do you see this? Do you see this screen over here where it says like Pico 8 and type help for help and that kind of thing? Okay, good. Now, a lot of people, when they start up, it starts like in full screen, meaning to take up the entire screen. But we want you to be able to run it in a window so that it doesn't take up the entire full screen. Are you on a Mac or a PC? Okay, so what you can do is when it starts up full screen, if you hold down the Alt key and tap Enter or return, it's the one you use to get to a new line. If you hold down Alt and hit Enter, like Alt Enter, then it will take it out of full screen. And then it'll also, if you do that again, it'll put it back into full screen. But if you do that, let me know if that then goes to a window so that you can see other things at the same time. Okay, perfect. All right, so you're all set. You're ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to start out. Everybody's going to start where it's on this screen, and we're going to kind of assume that you've never done it before. So even if you've done some coding stuff before, that's totally fine. You'll probably still learn some new things, but we're going to assume that everybody's just starting out like this, so that you don't have to worry about like, wait, I don't understand what's happening, that kind of thing. We're just going to assume everybody's starting from scratch. So good job getting that installed and up and running. You're ready for tomorrow. Do you have any other questions before tomorrow? Okay, good. All right, great job. We'll see you tomorrow. Hello, how's it going? We want to make sure everybody gets a chance to get Pico 8 installed. We're providing this time for everybody to check in and make sure that they're able to get it downloaded and installed and be ready for tomorrow. So were you able to get Pico 8 installed yet? Or did you need a code to download it? You can use the Q&A form to respond back. Were you able to get Pico 8 installed? Just a reminder also that we're giving codes to everybody who needs Pico 8 that doesn't already have it. So if you need to get Pico 8 and you don't have it, please let me know so we can get you emailed a code to download it. Hello, can you hear me now? Just want to make sure that you were able to get connected okay. You can use the Q&A form to respond back. But can you hear me now fine? Okay, great. So here's what I'm going to have you do. Send me an email to, I'm going to put my email address on the screen here. So send me an email to this address, dylanb@delphian.org. And I will email you a code in order to get Pico 8 downloaded. And let me know in the chat as soon as you have sent that email so I can go look for it. So go ahead and let me know as soon as you have sent an email to that address, and then I will send you a code right back. Great. I will look in my email and watch for that to arrive, and then we'll get you a code sent right back. And then just follow the instructions in the email, and then and if you have any trouble getting installed, let me know and I'll help you do that. So one sec, I'm refreshing my mail to see when your email comes in. I haven't seen it show up yet, but I'm just refreshing just to make sure. Usually it comes pretty quickly, but sometimes there's a slight delay. Okay, I'm going to try seeing if I can copy and paste this. 1 second. Oh, no, it just came in just as I was starting to copy and paste. Okay. Let me send you the code. Okay, I just sent you the code. It'll probably arrive in a minute or two. Let me know as soon as you receive that, and then go ahead and follow the instructions to get it installed. Are you on a Mac or a PC? Kunbir, are you on a Mac or a PC? Also, let me know if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, I'm happy to be corrected on that. I'm not quite sure what you mean you're on a tab. Do you use an Apple computer or a Windows computer? Oh, you're on your tablet. Well, Pico 8 will have to be installed on a computer. So it's totally fine to do this Zoom meeting on the tablet, but you'll need to make sure you install Pico 8 itself on the computer. But is it an Apple computer or a Windows computer? So are you able to get the code and get the install started? Let me know if you run into any problems getting that installed or you need any help at all. Basically, what you're going to be looking for is you're going to be trying to get, once you get it installed and you run it, you should see this screen over here where it says Pico 8 and type help for help. Although it may be full screen. If it's full screen, that's fine. You just hold down the Alt key and tap Enter or return on the keyboard. And that will take it out of full screen. So Alt and then Enter. Hello, Alte. Welcome. We're just trying to make sure everybody has a way to get Pico 8 installed. So if you have any questions about getting it installed, let me know. Alte, did you already send an email to get a code to download Pico 8? You can use the question and answer tool to respond. Alte, were you able to get Pico 8 up and running, or did you still need a code to get it downloaded? Oh, okay. You sent an email. All right. Let me double check. Okay, so I don't see an email from you. Why don't you send an email? Send an email to this address right here, and send an email to that address, and then I will respond back with a code for you and instructions on downloading it. Gunbir, are you doing okay? Are you getting it installed okay? I'll tell you, just send an email to that address and let me know once you've sent the email so I can make sure to keep an eye out for it. Oh, okay, I just saw it. I'll tell you, I just saw it. So let me respond back and give you a code. Okay, I just emailed you back, Alte, and let me know if you don't see it. You should probably get the email in a minute or two. It may take a minute to get to you. So just let me know if in a couple minutes if you don't see it. But if you do, you go ahead and click the link in the email and use the code that is in the email to get it downloaded and installed. And what you're trying to do is once you get it installed and get it up and running, once you run it, you should see this screen over here. And if you see this screen, then you're good. You're all set. But if it starts up in full screen mode, then you'll want to hit Alt Enter or Alt Return to get it out of full screen mode. So let me know if you don't see that email come in. I'll put this up on the screen so it has instructions. Okay, great. So I'll just go ahead and get it installed. Click the link, use the code that's in the email. And depending on whether you're on Windows or Apple, you'll have to download the right installer. Go ahead and try to get that installed. If you have any questions, let me know. Because we want to make sure that everybody can. Okay, good. So when you go to download, on the download screen, you're going to see different options. And you're going to want to, because you're on Mac, you're going to want to download the Mac version, okay? Don't download the Windows version, obviously, because you're on a Mac. So download the Mac version. And once you get it installed, let me know. And once you get it up and running, you should see this. And if you see this, then you're good. You're all set. However, if it's in full screen mode, then you'll want to make sure you hit Alt-Enter or Alt-Return to get it out of full screen mode so it runs in a window. Gunbir, were you able to get that installed? Just want to make sure that you're doing okay. So I'll tell you, you should not need to pay. When you click on that link in the email, it will ask you for a code to download or a code to enter in. And that is the code that you were given in the email. You should not be paying for it because that's why we're giving you the redeem code so that you don't have to pay. When you go to the link that's in the email, there's a link in the email that I sent you, and if you go to that link, it says redeem key. And so when it says redeem key, put in the code that was in the email. It looks like a bunch of letters and numbers. Put in that code and then click redeem, and that will give you a free copy of Pico 8. You should not have to pay for it. Okay, good to hear, Gunbir. Let me know if you need any help. Remember, if you get to this screen here, then you're all set. Alte, did you follow the link in the email? Right, so yeah, so put in your email address. And then when you put in your email address, then it will email you instructions for downloading, but it'll also take you to a downloads page. Oh, okay. So unfortunately, we have to end this off because we have someone else who's trying to start up another online class. So I'm going to email you, Alte and Gunbir. I'm going to email you a Zoom link, Neslihan, I'm going to also email you a link so that we can continue in a different Zoom meeting, because we have to end this one off because we have people trying to start another class. So I have to exit this Zoom meeting, but I will email you a link to a new Zoom meeting. All right. Sorry, I have to end it off because we have another class that's starting, but I will email you the link to the other Zoom class. Okay.